questions 11 through 20 on the 2013 grade 9 Pascal math contest. The same sequence of 4 symbols repeats to form the following pattern. How many times does the symbol heart occur within the first 53 symbols of the pattern? Well, anytime we have a multiple of 4, we have those 4 symbols appearing, right? So 53 is not a multiple of 4, but 52 is. So 52 divided by 4 gives me how many times we get this repeat. 52 divided by 4 is 13. So that means this set of 4 repeats 13 times. And in those 13 times, the heart will appear twice in each. So in the full 13, the heart will appear 13 times 2, which is 26. Okay, but hold on though. It's not 52, it's 53 is what they're asking. So that means there's one more symbol after you do the 52. And that symbol, of course, is going to be the very first one, which is a heart. So that's an additional heart that you have to add to this 26 to give 27. And that's the answer to the question. So number 11, the answer is C. X is 11, y is negative 8, 2x minus 3z is 5y. What is the value of z? Okay, 2x minus 3z is 5y. Let's substitute those values. So we got 11 for x, and then for y we have a negative 8. So we have 22 minus 3z is minus 40. So that means 22 plus 40 is 3z. So we got 62 is 3z, and therefore z, or z, is 62 divided by 3. And that is number, right here, choice D for number 12. Which number from this set must be removed so that the average of the remaining numbers is 6.1? Okay, well first let's just figure out what the average is. So 1 plus 2 all the way up until 11, right? It's consecutive numbers, I believe. It's all in a row there. So all those numbers, and then there's 11 of them, that's going to give you the average. So that numerator is going to be what? 11 times 12 divided by 2, 66. Divided by 11, so it's 6. So currently the average is 6. But they want you to take out one number, and then when you do, the remaining numbers have an average of 6.1. Okay, so that means I've got 66 as my sum. I've got to take out one of these numbers. I don't know what that number is. Let's just say it's x. And then that average, there'll be 10 numbers remaining, so that you divide by 10, and that average is 6.1. So this is the algebra we have to do. Okay, 66 minus x is 10 times 6.1, which is 61. Therefore, 66 minus 61 is x, and therefore x is 5. So the number we have to take out is that 5, and therefore number 13, the answer is B. In this diagram, PQR is a straight line segment and QS is equal to QT. Also, PQS is x, TQR is 3x. If QTS is 76, the value of x is. Okay. QTS is 76, so that's this angle right here. So they're saying that is 76. Well, this is an isosceles triangle. That means this angle is the same as this angle. So if that's 76, this is 76 also. So we can find this angle in here. I'll just call it y. Y plus 76 is equal to 180, since the sum of the angles of a triangle add up to 180. So we got y is equal to, well, obviously 180 minus 2 times 76, so that's going to be 28. Okay, so that means y is 28. Now, all the angles about a line, since they tell me that PQR is a straight line, add up to 180. So these three angles add up to 180. So that means x plus y plus 3x is 180. Well, y we just figured out was 28. And then x plus 3x is 4x. So then we just solve this now. So 4x is going to be 152. And therefore x is 152 divided by 4, which is 38. And therefore number 14, the answer is B. If 4 to the n is equal to 64 to the power of 2, then n equals. All right, well, several ways to do this, actually. I'll just do it in terms of powers of 2. Well, 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 2. And 64 is what? 2 to the power of 6, I believe? Yeah. So this becomes now 2 to the power of 2n, and this becomes 2 to the power of 12. Well, the bases are the same, so that means the exponents are the same. So that means that 2n is equal to 12, therefore n is equal to 6. So number 15, the answer is 6, and that would be choice C. If x is chosen to be such that 3x plus 1 is an even integer, which of the following must be odd? All right. Well, what I like to do in these kinds of questions is just choose a number. So I'll just let x equal something. Let it equal 3. Why not? First, let's figure out if 3x plus 1 is indeed even. 3x plus 1 would be 3 times 3 plus 1, which is 10. And yes, that is even. So that satisfies that part. Now what I'm going to do is substitute x equals 3 into each of these answer choices and figure out which one is odd, which is what they want me to do. Okay, so if x is 3, this is 6, this is 0, this is 6, this is going to be 25, and this will be 18. Okay, well, even, 0 is even, so that's even, odd, and even. So this is the guy that's odd. So number 16, the answer is D. The graph shows styles of music on a playlist. The country music songs are added to the playlist so that now 40% of the songs are country. If the ratio of hip-hop songs to pop songs remains the same, what percentage of the total number of songs are now hip-hop? So what they're saying basically is that you take your playlist and you change it. So it's currently right just like this. There's only pop and hip-hop, but what they've done is they've now added a whole bunch of country songs, and now that makes it 40% country, so approximately something like this. So now this chunk is 40%, and that is now country music. But they also tell you that the remaining part, all this guy, the ratio stays the same. So right now the ratio is 35% to 65%, correct, for pop to hip hop. They're saying that ratio remains the same over on this side. So what is, first of all, that side? It's 60%, correct? If that's 40, this is 60. Now within the 60%, we've got to maintain this 35-65. Okay, no problem. 35% times 60 will be pop. And 35% times 60 is 21. So 21% is going to be the pop music. So approximately this chunk here. That's pop. And then the remaining chunk, well, that's going to be 0.65 times 60. That's your hip hop. And that's going to be 0.65 times 60 is 39. So that's going to be over here. This is 39, that's hip-hop. So in my new arrangement, 40% is country, 21% is pop, and 39% is hip-hop. So they're asking what percentage of the total number of songs are now hip-hop. Well, it's 39. So number 17, the answer is E. In the diagram, PQRS is a square with side length 2. Each of PQ, R, and S is the center of a circle with radius 1. What is the area of the shaded region? And this is what I call a bread and butter question. And the reason I call it bread and butter is because it's very, very standard. There's, probably 100 or maybe 500, whatever, questions like this on math contests that I have seen over the years in various forms. Something of this nature. Area of the shaded region. Okay, so how do we figure out the area of the shaded region? Well, in this question, that is going to be, I'll explain it first, the area of the square. So I'll just write very non-scientific, area of the square, minus, obviously, the area of these pi segments. Now notice though that those pi segments, each of them, is a quarter of a circle, right? Because this is a square, so that's a right angle, that's 90 degrees. So there's 4 quarter circles. 4 quarter circles make up one circle. There you go, the square minus the circle. So the square, they told me, has a side length of 2, so the area is 2 times 2. The circle has an area of pi r squared, correct? But we know the radius, they told me, is 1. So instead of writing r, just write 1. So there you go, that's the area. And that's 4 minus pi. And that's it. Area of the shaded region. So number 18, the answer is E. The rectangular flag shown is divided into 7 stripes of equal height. The height of the flag is h, and the length of the flag is twice its height. The total area of the 4 shaded regions is 1400 centimeters squared. What is the height of the flag? Well, the height is right here, and this is the length, I guess. So the shaded region is basically 4 stripes. So 4 times length times width, or length times height, whatever you want to call it. The length is 2h, and I guess the height of each strip is going to be h divided by 7. Correct? Because they tell me that the flag is divided into 7 stripes of equal height. So that's very important. So that's basically it. And they told me that is equal to 1400. This is the formula. This is the algebra we have to do to figure out the value of h. Okay, so let's do this. This is going to be 4 times 2h squared over 7 is 1400. So that means h squared is 1400 times 7 over 8. That means h squared is equal to 1225, and therefore if I take the square root, I get 35. So h is 35, and that's the height of the flag. So number 19, the answer is C. Sam rolls a fair 4-sided die containing the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Tyler rolls a fair 6-sided die containing the numbers 1 through 6. What is the probability that Sam rolls a larger number than Tyler? Okay, there's not going to be that many. We've got Sam and Tyler. Sam has 4 possible outcomes, and Tyler has 6. So 4 times 6, 24. So there's only 24, so we can write them all out. It's not that many. So let's write them all out. Sam and Tyler, their outcomes, and then we'll manually count which ones have this scenario where Sam rolls a larger number than Tyler. Okay, so 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then all threes, of course. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then last one is all 4s for Sam. And then, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now what we have to do is find out which one of these is such that Sam's roll is greater than Tyler's roll. Okay, this one, this one, this one, this one, that, and that. Those are the only ones where Sam rolls a number greater than Tyler. Greater than, larger than. Well, of the 24, how many did we circle? 6. And that's it. 6 over 24. That's our probability. And of course, in lowest terms, that's 1 over 4. So number 20, the answer is E.